Hey guys, want to do a review of the Thrunite Ti3. We also have the T10 for comparison purposes. This is one teeny tiny little light, and I want to talk about it, show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and get this done. Well, the Ti3 is a very heavily reviewed light, and as you can see, we got the ice water here, so you know what we're going to do with that. Like I said, it's a very heavily reviewed flashlight. I think I just said knife. And a lot of people bill it as a very, very good everyday carry flashlight. And I disagree. I actually see the usefulness of this flashlight being more for people who are like backpackers and hikers, things of that nature, as opposed to everyday carry. And we'll get into that. But this thing, it's a little tiny flashlight. It's one of the most lightweight, small, just unobtrusive little flashlights you can possibly imagine. It comes with a belt clip or a little keychain that hooks onto the end to this little tiny hole here. You can see. I don't like the keychain. I haven't really used it. I put it on, I think, my coat like one day, but I don't like those keychain flashlights as much. They just don't do it for me. So pretty much, as I said, like, I don't think it's the best EDC flashlight. And why? I think, number one, because the pocket clip is not fixed. It is one of the ones that's just held on there by spring tension, so you can pop it off. I think that's a check mark against it. And also, it's a twist cap. I don't like twist caps for pocket carry. I feel like they turn on accidentally a lot. So I do prefer something more like the T10, which I've carried for quite a few months now. I like something with a click back and a fixed pocket clip. That's my ideal EDC. So why is this thing such a great flashlight? Number one, these two have nearly identical strength, which is amazing. They're both around 120 lumens. And how Thrunite manages to do this using just a single AAA is beyond me, but we're going to tighten that up. It automatically always starts on Firefly mode. And then your next mode, of course, goes up in brightness. There's 3 levels of brightness, and the top one being 120 lumens. Oops! Of course, we have to check if these things are waterproof. Thrunite says they are waterproof, and I always check them, give them a couple minutes in ice water, just to be sure. There's also a strobe mode as well. You have to go through the settings twice, so basically turn it 6 times and it will enter into a strobe mode. So we're going to let this thing chill in the water a little bit, and that water is pretty much ice cold at this point. So of course the T10 has a little different function to it. It has the back click, and then you of course use the bezel to switch between the modes. Now, I like this little T3 for backpacking for a couple reasons. Number one, it's probably one of the lightest weight flashlights you're going to see on the market for 120 lumens. I think there's maybe an Olight, that's in that range, but this sucker is about $20, which makes it a fantastic. As you can see, it's really super waterproof. It's pretty shockproof. I've dropped it, thrown it around. I used it while I was working on my car, and this thing just is a tough little flashlight. I did do some pocket carry, and I didn't care a ton for the pocket carry because the clip did pop off a couple of times in my pocket, but it's such a small light that when you're reaching into your pocket, sometimes it'll get caught up on things like your keys or whatever. So I think it'll work in like a small pocket, maybe your cargo jeans, carpenter pants, those little pockets on the side. But that main pocket, like I said, it does tend to get hung up on things in your pocket, and that clip will pop off. The cool thing, and what I think makes this really cool for backpacking, and we're going to dunk this back in the water when we're done here, is that this clip is reversible. You pop it off, and you can put it into this reverse way of carrying. Now, this is particularly popular for some people because you can put it onto the brim of a hat. So you can wear this very similar to a, it's cold, you can wear it very similar to like a headlamp. by doing it like this, it can go onto the brim of your cap. And one of the things you can also do, which, look, and I found to be very comfortable when I was working on my car, and we have an example here. These are just some glasses. Oops. Is I actually, other way around, clip these onto my glasses, and when I was working on my car, I was able to utilize them hands-free. I thought that was very handy, and it held on pretty good. You know, like it will, you know, wobble a little bit loose and all that, but it's, you know, once you get it kind of locked down, it'll be against your head, you know, because it'll actually, your side of your face will help hold it in place. It's a very good way to use it hands-free. So you can use this with the brim of your hat, like I said, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna bring this to strobe mode. Put that in the water for you. So you can see that. Strobe mode, like I said, you have to go through it twice, and it will give you the strobe mode. Battery life on this is about an hour at full blast, and you're talking like 200 hours on the Firefly mode. It has a memory function, but the memory function only lasts for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it automatically goes back to Firefly mode. I think that's really interesting because as a backpacker, if your flashlight does turn on, you know, and it is in high beam, you can lose your battery in an hour. But the fact that it automatically turns on to Firefly, you don't have to worry so much about your battery draining very quickly over time. So I do like that it doesn't have that memory function as a lot of there we go. We'll turn this one on. You can see the 120, they're very similar in beam strength. You can see this one here versus this one. This one doesn't have as organized of a center hot spot. It's a little more diffuse. So just wanted to show you that. But they are, like I said, they're very, very close. And since we're here, that is going on to the very hard floor. One more time. Oh, still works. So these things are really tough, guys. You can sit there and you can abuse them and use them and all that. The bezel turns hard enough where I haven't had it accidentally turn on yet. But, you know, I'm not going to use it for pocket carry. This is going to be a really kind of a designated backpacker light. It's so lightweight and it's kind of versatile as how you can put it on. You could literally put it on your neck, put it on your wrist. You know, you could attach it to the zipper of your coat because it is that small. There's just so much. That's cool too because after dropping it a couple times, it's still very waterproof. Just to show you how lightweight this thing really is, we're going to bring out the old scale. Ooh. Okay, the T10 is a little over 2 ounces. 3/4 of an ounce, guys. 3/4 of an ounce. It doesn't even weigh an ounce with the battery in it. How awesome is that? How awesome. Not even an ounce. So in the world of backpacking, a lot of people tend to, especially the ultralight backpackers, tend to go with the very lightweight keychain style flashlights. I think this fits that bill perfectly. It also, like I said, it has that capability for this little clip here. This little clip is, just put that in there while we finish up. That little clip I think is really, really super handy. And like I said, it can go both ways. It's reversible. It really makes for an interesting way to use it. I use this thing, you know, I've got quite a few days on it, pocket carrying it on. I was fixing my car, guys, and I found it really good because I could just kind of, I could put it on the brim of my hat. I could put it in my glasses. I could, I even at one point kind of clipped it onto a, I think it was the mud flap maybe, and kind of had it angled, you know, so it was actually pointing up at the car, and it worked out perfect. I mean, it's really a versatile light for the price, $20. You know, you can get cheaper flashlights, but they're not going to do this. They're not going to be waterproof like this. They're not going to be shockproof, and they're not going to have the common sense, good stuff that Thrunite's doing with these. And I think they're doing, what is it, like a 2 or 3 year warranty on these things now. So they do have a pretty good warranty. Not that I've ever had to use it. I've used and abused this T10 now for damn near a year, and this thing still is as good as the day I got it, And they're all tough. They're all really tough lights. They're doing great stuff. And wanted to point it out because I think this thing's a fantastic light. No, it's not the best for everyday carry. Like I said, I like pocket carry, and the fact that that clip can come off, kind of steers it away. But this is something I think, if you're into lightweight backpacking, ultralight backpacking, this is an absolute must-have.